Alright, today we're going to draw the train body. It's going to look similar to this when we get done. So let's go File and New, and we'll call it engine underscore body, and you can call it whatever you'd like to call it as long as you know what it is. And I'm going to click on top and hit sketch, and then we'll hit the sketch button over here. Now it's basically just a rectangle, and to make a rectangle a little easier to work with, so we don't have to sometimes we draw something and then it ends up way over here, and that kind of throws us off. So let's go here to the line, hit this little fly out arrow, and we'll click on the center line, and I'm going to click and make a center line right here, and then we'll click and make a center line right there. So now we have two center lines that meet right here. Next thing, we're going to click on the rectangle tool and just draw a rectangle. And remember, we're going to move down until we see those red arrows pop up, and then we're going to slide over until we see that red arrows at the top there, and then we'll click again. So that means that this point and this point are equal distance from that center line, and this point and this point are equal distances from this center line. So when we resize our rectangle, it should work off the center of this where these two lines meet. So we'll see how that works. So click on the blue arrow and let's measure this up, and looks like we get about 5 3/8. So I'm going to change this number here to 5.375 and press enter, and that resized it. And then the other way here going across is 2 1/8, so 2.125 is the distance there, and press enter. And you can see our rectangle got really small right here, but it's still in the center. So if we hit the refit button, it is working off the center of where these two lines meet, and that's going to be important as we do this. So let's hit the blue check mark, and let's extrude this guy, and we'll spin it around here so we can take a look at it. And the extrude is 1 1/8, so it's 1.125 is the distance we're going to extrude that, and we'll hit the green check mark. And so there's the basic shape of our train engine. Next thing we're going to do is add the little rounded part off to the end here. So let's hit let's just click on one of this face right here, the I don't know, this big flat face right there. We'll hit sketch, and we'll hit sketch again. And kind of like what we did with the train car, for those of you that have done that one, we're going to need to add a couple reference points to find the end of the sides of this block. So we'll hit sketch, we'll go to references, and we'll click on the edge right here, and we'll click on this edge, and then we'll click one more time. We'll click on this side right here. So now I made 3 references. You can see I got 3 sets of dotted lines now that I just made. And we'll hit close. Okay, now we're going to click on the circle. And since we have this dotted line, the center line going right through the center of this block, we can just line up our circle, the center of our circle, with that dotted line, that center line, and move it out into something like that. And we're going to change this to 5/8, and that is 0.625. Press enter. We were pretty close on that. And then from the edge of the block of our rectangle to the end is 1 inch. Is 1. And we don't have to do a measurement going from the sides here, because we know that this center line is the center of the block, so that saves us some time there. Next thing, I'm going to change the line. We'll go back to just the normal line, and we'll click on the corner right here and move my mouse down till I see that red T pop up. That means I'm tangent to that circle, and I'll click again. Then I'm going to click once with the middle mouse wheel to end that line. But you can see I'm still highlighted with the line here. So I'm going to click on the this other corner and move my mouse until I see that red T pop up there, and click again. And this time I'm going to double click with my middle mouse wheel, and that should take us out of the line and back to the blue arrow, the 1x1 tool. So now I need to get rid of this, trim off this part of the circle, so I'm going to hit the delete segment button, and I'm going to click that side of the circle and that side, and that gives us our basic shape there. Next I'm going to click on the line tool again. I'm going to click on this corner and connect this corner to kind of close off that shape, and click once with my middle mouse wheel, and that should pretty much be all we have to do there. So I'm going to hit the check mark for done, and I'm going to extrude this and rotate it around here so I can see. I need to flip it up, so flip the direction, and the distance there is a 1/2 inch, so that's change this to 0.5, press enter, and so there's that. I'm going to hit the green check mark, and there's my little part to hook on the train car. Now I still have to do a post here and a post here, so let's take care of those real quick. I'm going to click on this surface right here of the part we just drew and hit sketch. We'll hit sketch again, and now I'm going to draw a circle somewhere right here, and move that out, and let's see how big this little post is going to be. It's going to be 5/16. So I'm going to click on the blue arrow and change that to 0.313 and press enter. And then let's go ahead and make a reference. Go to sketch and references, and we'll reference. You should move your mouse, and just to show you what I'm trying to reference is this face right here, this surface right here. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to move my mouse until I see this blue line pop up right here, and hit and click, and that should pop up with the reference of the surface right there, and hit close. And you can see my measurement even changed. So all we have to do is measure from this edge to the center of the circle, which is 5/8, which is 0.625. So we'll change that to 0.625 and press enter. And since I already had this center line right here, and I drew my circle right on it, I don't have any other dimensions to mess with, so I'll hit the green check mark, or the blue check mark, I mean. Then we'll extrude this guy, and the height of that little peg is 1 inch. Is 1. Press enter, and we'll hit the green check mark. Now there's just a little bit of a round on this peg, so we'll click the round tool, and we'll click just that little edge right there, and whatever pops up is fine with me. Hit the green check mark. That looks pretty good. Now let's click on this surface, and we'll click on the sketch tool. We'll hit sketch, and again, same thing. We're gonna click on the circle, and right on that center line there, and just click and make a circle. And let's go up and sketch, references, and move your mouse until you see this blue line pop up right here for this surface. Click and we'll hit close. And now the diameter of that that tall post is 9/16, which is 0.563. And press enter. And then the distance from the center to this this reference line of this edge is we can go with 7/8, which is 0.875, and press enter. That moves it. And again, we only have those two dimensions since we're right on that center line. We'll hit the blue check mark, kind of rotate just a little bit, and we'll hit the extrude button. And the height of this guy is 3 3/4, 3.75. That's how tall it's going to be. We'll hit the press enter, and then hit the green check mark, and there it is. And we have again just another little round on top here, so click on the round tool, and whatever you want to round that to, whatever pops up is fine, and hit the green check mark. The last thing to finish this off, well, there's a couple things, but last thing we're going to do on this video is put a chamfer on the front of this, which the chamfer tool is this one right here, the very bottom one. And we'll click on this front edge right there, and we're going to measure that, and it is let's see, we get 5/16. And so I'm going to change this dimension right here to 0.313 and press enter, and then hit the green check mark, and there it is. Alright, last thing we have to do is put some holes in this, and I'm going to deal with that in another video here in just a little bit.